All right, so we have OpenVAS installed and configured on our system. Let's go run our first scan against the Metasploitable box that we have. So we'll open up a browser and we'll go to port 9392 on the local host. It gives us this little warning about the certificate's not trusted. We're issuing it, so perfectly fine. We'll confirm the exception, and then we'll log in as admin. And this is the default interface for the Greenbone Assistant. And as you can see, we have a quick start option right here. So if we want to, we could just pop off a scan against that machine, and that's what we'll do. That should be the Metasploitable box. Let me just verify that Metasploit is actually out there. So I'll do an nmap. All right, and yep, that's it. That's the Metasploit box that's out there. So we're good to go. It's available. And what we're going to do is run a scan. Now, there is one thing you want to be aware of when you run a scan, one of these quick scans. What it's doing by default, it's going to run all the NVTs that we have enabled on OpenVAS. And that's quite a bit. As a matter of fact, if you want to, you could go up here to configuration, go to scan configs, and the one that's going to run by default is this one called full and fast. And if I click on that, you can see all the various NVTs, vulnerabilities it'll be testing. Now, a lot of these don't apply to our box. So for instance, this is a AIX Unix. We have Cisco in here. So what we may want to do is we'll run that scan. We're going to run it and just see how long, and then get an idea of what exactly happens with a quick scan. So I'm going to run this one. And you see immediately that we have a name of a scan that's taking place now. We can tell this to refresh every 30 seconds or every 10 seconds, let's just say. Select that, and we can see the progress that it's being made. And over here, you can pause it, you can stop it, you can edit it, or at least view task details. And this one, the one that's actually a wrench, will allow you to edit the task. So this is going to take some time. I'll actually time it for us and see exactly how long this takes. Well, as you can see, I stopped the scan at 98%. It was well over 13 minutes and counting for this quick scan, supposedly, where it's using all the NTVs available. You can actually click on this and get a report about what the system saw as far as the threat levels. And we can see here we have 41 high, 20 medium, 12 low, and then a bunch of log information. If we click on the magnifying glass, we'll actually go in here and get further details about each of them. Now, you can, if you'd like to, just narrow it down to, let's just say we only want to see high threats and nothing else. All right, and we can come down here, and it gives you information about the port summary, and then below that is where we start finding information about the possible vulnerability that OpenVAS has discovered. Now, please be aware, many times you'll get false positives where there actually isn't a vulnerability, or the vulnerability isn't something that's accessible to anybody and you really don't have to have problems with it. But this is a good place to start to see what does OpenVAS see when it scans my system. So we have a bunch of things: backdoor vulnerabilities, FTP server causing issues, more about FTP. And what we would do is go into each of these programs, either update them, delete them if we no longer need them, or modify their configurations to make them more secure. But that's a quick scan from OpenVAS. What we'll do next is customize the scan. We'll actually start from the very beginning, create a task, then a scan task, and then we'll run a specialized scan against the Metasploit machine.